and you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
I stole it with 2 phones and insisted that US were in a way. It's true, I take it. The reason I took the item from the EPS, man, like, oh, man, to send me on the operation to do it. My friend, boyfriend, nobody arrest me. When I took the EPS, man, phone was in suspect for in the hotel. Oh, man, to a girlfriend already waiting for me was that child a weapon laying in him. I get a weapon too. And the truth I telling you, I say 17. I never read police charge, the officer chairs, and he only bring one paper. And the paper they put a child they may call in lawyer and get the paper to in lawyer. The reason I came across the EPA car, I never know the EPA car in my whole life. That is see me encourage me when the EPA car I was sitting to hit the team place. He tell me say the EPA car say he like me. So he will put me on the operation. Anything I want to make, I should take it a minute I want to make on or after. So that child when I took the man con, I get a con to him and I let my friend make me to know the boyfriend and the boyfriend make me to know the EPA man. That you are I get connected to the people. They won't say me. Get a condo one in friend. It's a motor bicycle. But he know the place. He know the ball. When the officer asked me to the police station there, lawyer was there. Then he tell the lawyer say he know the ball are in front, the ball can't eat out to buy back. So that child and the lawyer put gas in the car. He know the man, but after the man come to the station, I never do that in my own name. I tell it and I regret it. It's just a mistake. And before they can bring on here, when we went to the police station, I was even begging. I said, oh man, to let him go fire. We can talk to school, the place like for air, we go retrieve the man gun. The EPA man, what would tell the art to let it? I don't know the EPA man question or the Unelate, what would tell that connection? I know it. That you will make to, I know the EPS man. And instead of EPA man, I in front of he can go into we have face and in front of all of them. And I see there, he even get me in the fence to go walk around. China to the president area. Get me on my first time to enter in the fence, carry me there, and not my one here and girlfriend carry there. My parents in Kakatapa was my mother passed away. And my father now have here when you live in Papapi. I know what my parents when they say they have our in Ghana. That Ghana they go arrest, but when they think have the person will arrest me, they EPA man, there's friends to own us. For me, I never knew say they make friends with people on us. So that you Facebook, that child they get me. So I escape. I go by road, so I can always go by road. I'll come in, I see me transport me to come back. The reason I decided to escape is my friend boyfriend what they call. But you're not one for Elan blow. But if Elan blow, if I in la bro, I will call him. He was not the one who pay my work. But you're thinking like to say this Tunga will never see me or they come, nobody will come to see me again. And I said how I was thinking that the way I escape I go on outside like I will never come in to be fun.
How get bring her to go see to the maintenance too.
So the man wanted for you to go Steve on the web post.
Yeah. He said I'm a join to go see to the web maintenance too to get money to the store there we go take it from there. I said, Mama, how many bars for the same lecture?
And how can the police catch you now?
The police before the man call me back. Now on the 18th, they more.
Same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go Steve.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, oh, my man, I'll let you be I'll call you back again.
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You live for a working place, you come to the man?
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go Steve now?
No, I'm not go Steve. I go Steve. I go to yeah.
I see the man say the man go Steve.
How you question me, man? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand,
yeah,
then still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I see.
When they call you in the net now.
When the man call me in the net,
yeah.
He asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say we are 3.
You told the man say you're tea.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to the
The man say you want to give you what tea?
tea. Hot
What tea?
milk tea. Hot milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink.
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of full bread.
a statement that people shouldn't take men's job and give it to boys. He's a boy taking over a man's task in the presidency. What do you make of that?
Two things I want to say. That statement doesn't go well with me. If Mr. Weir is a boy, then I think he's a good boy. Because Joseph Boyka, former Vice President Boyka, dropped in his heart, he collapsed. Almost died. It is that boy, because George Weir, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery that made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it in the medical center where he was flown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural heart, compare the two. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and elected him. Maybe you call George Weir boy because of the age, because Joseph Boyka is over 70 and this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy in the sense of immaturity, no. George Weir is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka on the ground where he collapsed to fly here abroad for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's why made him to live today. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew in out of the country for open heart surgery that make him to live today. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have know you, but he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy, then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and elect you because any minute you could collapse. But you always say you want
this is a two-faced issue.
This is a critical issue in this country, and we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already tell me print. But before you print, come up to me.
There is nothing in that paragraph that indicated that money should be printed. The essence of this exercise, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts. Everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, however you are joining the conversation. This is the weekend's edition of Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Khan Oliver Kine. Princess Alexa Vanja Colley is pretty seated here today, jointly with some technical issues from the beginning of the show. We're going to be bringing you the weekend edition of the program. Today is the first day of the month of March 2024. Liberians are gradually getting deeper into the new year. There are too many things happening in the country, a lot of issues going on in the Republic of Liberia. On today, we look into a plan by the Joe Bwaka's administration to have the War Crimes Code established in Liberia. I repeat, on today, we bring you the entire plans by the Joe Bwaka's administration to have War Crimes Code established in Liberia. What is it? What do you make of it? What is it going to be for the alliance with Senator Prince Johnson? Are the people of Nimba County going to be happy with it? Will the people of Nimba County, who would normally consider Prince Johnson as their political touch, will they welcome this decision, especially when it has been reported that the Liberian president, Mr. Joe Bwaka, is having conversation quietly behind the scene with individuals from the U.S. and other places to have this code established, when in fact one of his greatest political allies in this entire dispensation is the Honorable Senator Prince Yomi Johnson of Nimba County. What is it? What do you make of that entire situation? We will play you the audio from the meeting that was held between the Liberian President Bwaka and Allen White. Allen White was very crucial in the case involving Charles Gange Taylor and the people of Sierra Leone. And so this same Allen White is currently the lead individual behind the establishment of the War Crimes Code in Liberia. We'll play you the voice. We'll bring you the entire audio to that effect. In addition, the situation in Grand Cape Mount County is still lingering, and there are too many Liberians who are concerned. Up to the time of our presentation, we are yet to have an official statement from the Liberian National Police. At least by this time around, the LNP, through her official Facebook page, should be updating the Liberian population as relates to what's the situation within the Grand Cape Mount County area. The death toll, as we are told, it should be somewhere around 4, and that is why we anticipate that the LNP will come up with a report on the situation, informing Liberians of the status of the entire fracas at the B Mountain Mining Company. There are too many things to discover. Some of the voices emanating from King George and other places in Grand Cape Mount County are so terrible. They are very, very pathetic. When you listen to people crying for their lives, the only thing you feel is sorrow. You feel so devastated. You're kind of confused. But at the end of the day, Liberia will continue to move forward, because people like us will stand on the ground and keep informing the Liberian government the Liberian authority that there is a need for the government to govern instead of oppressing the people. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you Crime Stoppers Liberia. After which, Alexa and I will wrap up the week with this wonderful weekend's edition. Let's take a break to be right back.
On the center to interior, keeping us safe, let's stop for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Alexa, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good day to all of you out there. However, where you're joining us, I would like to say welcome to the weekend's edition of the program Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. I would also like to say Happy New Month to all of you. I mean, it is really interesting that time is really running fast. Just a few days ago, just yesterday, we're just in January, and now we're in March. So we'd like to say Happy New Month to all of you. I hope you're bracing yourselves for, some of the challenges and, just some of the things that are going to happen in our country. But we have a lot to talk about, as one of the issues is the issue relating to the establishment of war crimes court in our country. And based on the report, it is Ghana should be the venue to host the war crime court. But I would like to say welcome to today's edition.
Okay, and I think there is a publication from Front Page Africa to that effect. Alexa will find that publication for you. So Liberians, let it be very clear to all of you, right? And by next week, I will try to bring all of the different audios relative to what Mr. Boaka, the late Councillor Bronskin, Alexander Cummings, and Benoni Ure said during a debate in Pinsville in 2017. Now, at that debate in 2017, most of the political leaders in the country by that time, like I told you, Bronskin, Boaka, Ure, Cummings, the four of them were quizzed on the issue that has to do with the establishment of the War Crimes Court. This was in 2017. Now, all four of them said it was not an appropriate thing to do. The four of them said Liberia has come a long way. We've already graduated from the war era, and there was no need for Liberians to go towards this issue of establishing War Crimes Court. In their mind, it will be a recipe for recreating the memories, in the minds of those who were victimized as a result of the war, and it could delay the healing process of Liberia. I'm just trying to paraphrase what their individual and collective contribution, towards that question, was. Now, all four of them, including current President Boaka, objected to the establishment of the War Crimes Court in 2017 at the Pinsville Town Hall. That how you call this thing, Alexa? That audio is still available. It's just that it is a difficult time. I mean, it will take us difficulties, to fetch that at the moment. But during the course of the show, I will try to get it. Now, right after the 2017 election, when George Weah became president of this country, former President Weah took over the leadership of this country. The very four individuals, Alexa, who told the entire country in the war over in 2017 that they had no interest in establishing War Crime Court, the same four of them, right after Weah became president, they thought to back down on their voice. And the only reason why they thought to change gear this time around, supporting the establishment of the War Crimes Court, was because Senator Prince Johnson, who is being regarded as the major perpetrator. I mean, people committed crimes, right? But when you mention War Crimes Court, He's almost like the brand ambassador for war crimes code in this country. So because Senator Johnson was not supporting Bronskin, because he did not support Bwaka, because he did not support Cummings, because he did not support Benina Ure in 2017, in 2018, 2019, when we became president, what they did was they formed a clique. And that's how the issue of the collaborating political parties was birthed. They formed a clique, and that clique, gave rise to the establishment of the Council of Patriots. And Henry Clauser had to go with the War Crime Code establishment and everything you want to do. You want to talk about it. Now, the only reason why, the four of them who already said, oh, we want War Crime Code in 2017. But in 2018, 2019, they came back, they said we want War Crimes Code. And the only reason why they changed gear was because in 2017, when they were making that the commitment to having the Palava Hot, conversation, we did not go to the first round of the election. We did not go to the second round yet. So right after the first round of the election, Senator Johnson then decided to support former President George Weah in the second round of the elections in 2017. So as a result of the support from Senator Johnson, the CDC in 2017 won the elections. So when President Weah took power in 2018, 2019, these guys felt, okay, so Bromskin, the late Bromskin, peace to his ashes, current President Bwaka, Alexander Cummings, and Benina Ure, they thought that, okay, you know why? Senator George Weah and Prince Johnson are friends. We should push for the establishment of the War Crimes Code. This way, if we are successful in pressurizing the Weah's government, to establish the court may be established in 1 or 2 years' time. While Prince Johnson in jail, in 2023, Prince Johnson will not have the opportunity anymore to go and campaign for George Weah for the second time. That was the conspiracy. So, till the end of the 5th year of the Weah's administration, George Weah, as the president of the country, refused, not on the basis of he personally, choosing not to have it established, but he told them that if that should be the case, the Liberian legislature will have to make the determination because they are the direct representation of the Liberian people. In essence, the former president was not interested in this whole code issue. For him, he thought it was important that the country follow the comprehensive peace accord, in Accra, especially the component that has to do with the Palava Hot Mentor of Reconciliation. And so President Weah, during his tenure, thought otherwise not to overwhelm his government with this issue of the court, since indeed our delegates at the CPA and even the very political leaders all agree that we should channel the Palava Hot, form of reconciliation. So all through the administration of President Weah, he did not give that War Crime Code any priority. No, he did not. I don't want to believe that it is because he had political allyship with Prince Johnson. I don't want to believe so. For me, I just think President Weah was able to calculate and say, look, you know why? Liberians went to the CPA. They made a decision to choose Palava Hot, conversation. The TRC also had stuff to say in terms of recommending Palava Hot, a reconciliation. So I do not see it prudent at about this moment for us to get involved with it. I think we have a lot of things to do. We got projects to execute. We got this thing to do. So it is going to be essential that we focus on executing those projects. 5 years, 6 years. 5 years, 6, 7 months. 5 years, about 3 to 4 months. 5 years, 3 months or 4 months. That has been the situation in Liberia. The opposition community, including current President Bwaka, used to mount all other pressure on the Weah's administration to have the code established. Good. The former president and his government did not give that any credence. They left it. We went to the elections. During the elections, Senator Prince Johnson left the George Weah camp and decided to support then Kennedy Joseph Bwaka of the Unity Party. It will interest you to know that during the elections, the Unity Party as a political institution did not campaign on the establishment of the War Crimes Code that they've been pressuring George Weah to establish. The reason why they did not include the establishment of the War Crimes Code in their campaign manifesto and all of the different public gatherings they were going to was because by this time they had Prince Johnson in their corner. They had Prince Johnson whining and dining with them. So in their opinion, it would have been a devastating situation where they to bring up a war crimes code. So they didn't want to anger Prince Johnson. They didn't want for Prince Johnson to get vexed. So all through the campaign, the only thing they were aware of harmonization, they want you harmonize our vote. They had the issue that had to do with the war crimes code because they needed the vote of the Nima people. They needed the vote of the Gio, Mano, and Madingo people in Nima County. They needed the vote and support of Senator Prince Johnson, and so they could not openly talk about this war crime code. Mind you, before the election, all the 4 or 5 years prior to the election, they've been beating drums behind George Weah. One war crime code, June 7 protest, war crime code. Bagadan was in support of the protest. George Weah stepped down, war crime code. Emmanuel Savage come from America, whatever place, he come from Canada, war crimes code. The whole opposition community had war crimes code as their number one song. But by the time Prince Johnson flipped to Unity Party and started to support Mr. Bwaka, the fight for the establishment of war crimes code ceased. In fact, they could no longer talk about it on the campaign trail. Right after Mr. Bwaka became president, to the utmost surprise, and I'm told Senator Johnson is still in shock, Mr. Bwaka is heard having conversations with Allen White. What is to have the war crimes code established? And this is where Liberians are kind of divided on two fronts. There are Liberians who are thinking and saying, Mr. Bwaka is trying to exhibit a form of ingratitude to Senator Johnson. Because when you look at the electoral results, it was Nimba County that made Joe Bwaka president because former President Weah had good control of the Southeast. He put up a good fight in Grand Bassa and Bon County. It was a good fight in Lofa County. The Western region was not that bad. Monserrato did not cause much of a harm. The danger was done in Nimba County. So a lot of folks are saying President Bwaka is president today because Nimba County stood with him. Nimba County stood with Mr. Bwaka today because Prince Johnson stood with him. Now, for Mr. Bwaka to be having conversation with Allen White and showing Allen White of establishing a war crimes code, for some Liberians, they see it as an act of ingratitude being exhibited by the president of Liberia. Now, for the other group of people, they said no. You know why? The reason why, so the first group of people who said that ingratitude, they're saying, if he knew that he was going to establish a war crime code, why during the campaign he not talk about it? So mind you, so the first group of people say, Mr. Bwaka is acting ungrateful to Senator Johnson. He's showing ingratitude. Now, their question is, if Mr. Bwaka knew that when he became president, he would want to set up the war crimes code, why didn't he openly say it during the campaign? At least it would have given Senator Johnson the opportunity to say, okay, you know why? Senator Johnson, you want to open the code for me? I don't want anybody who won't open code. At least it would have afforded Senator Johnson the opportunity to make another decision during the elections. But to have waited up to the time where the whole Nima people, Senator Johnson, have finished giving their support, their votes, then out of the sudden, in less than 1 month into your government, you are having conversation with Allen White and other people from the State Department to have the war crimes code and other issues considered. In the minds of those group of Liberians, they think the current president has betrayed Senator Johnson, and it is an act of ingratitude. Now, there are other Liberians on the other side of the coin who are saying, no, you know why? Mr. Bwaka didn't, mention war crime code during the campaign because he now went there for Prince Johnson leaving. It was now a good political strategy. As a politician, it's not gospel that Prince Johnson Bennett for Bwaka needed a vote, so he ain't got time. What Prince Johnson feel bad? All he needed was to get to the presidency. After the presidency, after the election, let Prince Johnson figure himself out. Let him find lawyer. He can free yourself. Let him free yourself. Bwaka don't do anything bad. In fact, in politics, you can choose your chances. You pick your chances. You go for it. You hustle. In politics, you say your trap when you lack. When the trap catch, you grab whatever you can attain from the trap, and you move on. The politics not gospel. It's not Sunday school. You know, in to recite the Afati, I know, it don't have politics looks. Politics is about being smart to outplay your opponents, you know, capitalize on their mistake and succeed. So don't blame Bwaka. Bwaka, irresponsible for anything, Bwaka made use of the time. Bwaka exploited the moment. So you should not blame Mr. Bwaka. So these are two schools of thoughts. We'll ask you what you think you make of it. But before we do so, you know, we'll play the voice. Alexa will read what is in Front Page Africa. She will make her input. Then we go to the lines and take some of your calls. At which time when we return from taking your calls, and we'll go discuss the Cape Mount issue. Fresh information coming from Cape Mount, and we want to have those conversations. But let's go and play the. You got it already? Okay, so Alexa is searching for the War Crimes Code situation. It was reported by Front Page Africa as well, but we're trying to play the audio between Senator Johnson, not Senator Johnson, between President Bwaka and Mr. Allen White. That's what we're trying to play. We're trying to play it between Senator President Bwaka and Mr. Allen White. Do you have the Front Page Africa story? So Alexa we'll read the story while this clip is loading.
Okay. So today is 1st of March, and this is exactly what is being reported by Front Page Africa. So it says, establishing a war and economic crimes court for Liberia has always been a matter of political will from the Liberian government. The country's biggest ally, the United States of America, has on many occasions pledged its commitment to providing the finance and technical support for the establishment of the tribunal in order to serve justice to victims of the 14-year civil war. In 2022, Beth Van Schaik, the United States Ambassador at Large for Global Criminal Justice, echoed the United States government's willingness to provide Liberia with all the needed support when she said, "The Liberian government has to be accountable to its people. The U.S. government is willing to support through technical and financial means to establish a tribunal." She made the statement while visiting Liberia in October of that year. That's just a background of basically Schaik, who advises the U.S. Secretary of State and other senior officials on issues relating to war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide, said it was time for the government of Liberia to be accountable to its people. The TRC report has some useful recommendations to address war crimes and atrocities. We encourage those in position of power to look very carefully at those recommendations. It is never late to dispense justice. The individuals who suffered the crimes are still calling for justice, and those who represent them should look into those calls, Schaik further stated. Schaik noted that the U.S. government has played a pivotal role in fostering accountability in West Africa, including in the landmark trial of former Liberian President Charles Taylor by the Sierra Leone Special Court. The Lutheran massacre was not done by rebel forces, by government forces. Schaik noted this is why it does not matter who is in charge as leaders.
Okay.
It is a government case. I don't think it is about creating a big court. It won't be like the tribunal in The Hague. Creating hybrid courts to address cases close to the people is now the model. No one is taken from the country to another country for trial or sentence. I'm actually looking for a part where... Okay. The overwhelming message we heard on our visit was a call for those with the power to do so to implement the important recommendations of the 2009 Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Liberia, TRC. These recommendations reflect the wisdom of Liberian leaders and experts in law, human rights, theology.
Let's go to Bwaka made commitment.
Yeah. Now,
with
President Joseph Boakai showing commitment to the establishment of the court as declared in his inaugural speech, the establishment of the tribunal seems to be gaining some steam.
Okay.
In his inaugural address in January, President Boakai addressed the issue we have decided to set up an office to explore the feasibility for the establishment of a raw and economic crimes court to provide an opportunity for those who bear the greatest responsibility for war crimes and crimes against humanity to account for their actions in court. Okay, so this is not Ghana.
The Winneba Ghana reportedly chosen. So before let's continue reading, you know what? A few days ago, the president went to Ghana, and the executive mansion could not explain
as to why
the president went to Ghana. In fact, when he was leaving the last year, he was going to meet Ghanaian President Addo. While he was touching ground in Ghana, Addo too was leaving Ghana to go to Ethiopia. The lie that he met the Ghanaian vice president, there is no picture to show that he met the Ghanaian vice president. Now, Front Page Africa is reporting that in Winneba, Ghana is reportedly chosen for the venue of the War Crimes Court. So the trip that Mr. Bouaga made recently, it is apparently that he went there to negotiate, to consummate deals,
right?
To have Winneba. Winneba is a place in Ghana to be used as the venue for the War Crimes Court to be established. This is what Front Page Africa is reporting. Continue.
Right. This part Shaq's 2022 statement that with a new model, no one is taken from his or her country for trial or sentencing. Information gathered by Front Page Africa indicates indicates that Ghana is slated to be the venue for the hosting of Liberia's long-awaited war and economic crimes court.
Good.
Perpetrators from the country's 14-year brutal fratricidal conflict will be tried and, if convicted, serve their sentences in the Ghanaian seaport town of Winneba. Front Page Africa gathered.
So those who will be caught, those who will be found guilty of committing crimes against humanity during our 14 years of civil war, they'll be tried, they'll be prosecuted in Ghana. If they are guilty, obviously in the seaport city of Winneba in Ghana, there where they will be serving their prison term.
And actually give a background of what this place is. It says Winneba is a fishing town and capital of the Ifutu municipal district in the central region of southern Ghana and lies 140 kilometers east of Cape Coast. Front Page Africa has learned that negotiations are said to be concluding. Right.
Negotiations are set. Front Page Africa is not reporting that negotiations are beginning. Negotiations are said to be concluding instead of beginning. So it means it has started ever since. They are concluding it. Go ahead.
Concluding over the venue as the administration of President Joseph Boakai finalizes plans with international stakeholders present for the establishment of a war and economic crimes court in Liberia. For Liberia.
Good.
The U.S. Embassy has made it clear to Liberian officials that it considers the establishment of a war and economic crimes court pivotal to ending impunity and putting Liberia on the path of national reconciliation and economic development. Accordingly, some $200 million has been set aside to finance the court's operations.
So
Front Page Africa gathered.
$200 million is what they're setting aside to establish the court. Front Page Africa has gathered.
Right.
What is unclear?
What is unclear is how much of that money will come to Liberia and how much will go to Ghana.
Oh yeah, how much?
And there's also another one, and this is from, I think it's also another person.
So
that's not important.
So we're good with that portion of it,
right?
So Winneba is a town 140 kilometers away from Cape Coast in the southern region. Winneba is being considered, and Winneba is in Ghana. There is a total of around $200 million that will be set aside. What Front Page Africa could not gather is how much of that $200 million they will spend in Liberia, how much will they be spending in Ghana. Now it has also been reported that the trip that was made by President Bouakai to Ghana, that instead of meeting the Ghanaian president as was published by the website of the executive mansion, it has been reported that he allegedly went to Ghana to consummate some discussions on choosing Winneba in Ghana as the issue. And that's why Kula Fofana cannot prove through pictorial evidence that President Bouakai met the Ghanaian vice president. She cannot prove it. That's why the very day they said President Barack was going to meet his counterpart in Ghana, the Ghanaian president Nana Akufo-Dankwa Addo. The day they said he would have met with Addo was in the Ghana Air Force, flying out of Ghana to go to Ethiopia and subsequently to go to Europe. So from this report from Front-Bench Africa, it is becoming glaringly clear that whole trip to Ghana was all about consummating some of the deals or making new arrangements for the establishment of the court. Now let's go to the icebreaker. In this audio, you will hear Mr. Bouaka, President Bouaka, and Mr. Allen White having conversation on the establishment of the court. Listen.
We've been on this journey together for a long, long time. And I wanted to thank you for the phone call. And I just wanted to ask you again, why did you want me to come over here when you...
Well, you've been a good friend of Liberia. And I don't see it just as a duty. I see it as a concern for a country that you have interest in, and you pursue that. And we believe your concerns are genuine. And so we've opened the door for us to work together. That's why we called you.
Well, Mr. President, I can't tell you how many people worldwide, when they read your speech and you talked about having an office of the War Crimes and Economic Crime Court to facilitate the creation of this tribunal, international tribunal here in Liberia to bring the justice to the people. I heard it from the U.S. My phone blew up, as you can imagine. People said I could not believe, and they were so ecstatic and elated. And since I've been here, I've heard the same thing. So I wanted to thank you again and give you full assurances that we will do everything we can to help you bring justice for the victims of those 250,000 people that were killed during the 2 civil wars that happened.
Well, Alan, in every country, and especially a country that boasts of independence, 176 years, and you know very well that it is because of the impunity, the disrespect and disregard for justice that have created all the upheavals in this country. And we believe we have to lay this to rest. Let all the facts be known, that people who think that they are innocent prove their case, so that we can lay this to rest, so that this country can move forward.
Okay. So Elasa, you just heard President Bouaka, right? So he said, let people who think that they are innocent go and prove themselves, so that we can lay this whole thing, to rest. He was responding to Mr. Allen White. So in between time, we'll be pausing to interpret exactly what the conversation is all about. Listen to it.
Think that they are innocent, prove their case, so that we can lay this to rest, so that this country can move forward. It's not a wish hunt. It's a matter of testifying to what you know and what you've done, so that forgiveness can be done on the basis of knowledge and truth. And that's what we're talking about.
Well, Mr. President, you have our full commitment to help realize that. And what we did in Sierra Leone, we were able to move the people on to the reconciliation phase. Because you're right, when people are walking around and they see impunity and they see people that have never been held to account and self-enrich themselves, it basically rubs it in the face regularly. So the fact that you are stepping up, taking this leadership role, I can tell you so far, the people of Liberia are ecstatic about it, and we're here to help you facilitate this properly, independently, and let the prosecutor follow the evidence where it goes. Not me, not you, wherever the evidence follows, and have it done under international standards, and it'll be done properly, and it'll be done transparently.
I think most of the people that have been involved know that if they were on the other side, they would like the truth to be told about
Sure.
it. So the truth is truth for each and every one that have been either offended. And so we should be happy that this will finally close the chapter of that history that has been haunting us over the years. And that's what we're talking about.
Well, I personally want to thank you for your courage to do this because it was not easy, but you started it, and we'll help you bring justice to Liberia once and for all.
Thank you, Alan, for sticking with it. Thanks for all those who've been committed to it. We believe this is going to restore peace, and people are going to move. Even those who probably may have been offended and those who are responsible for whatever, they will know that justice was done and their minds will be cleared. And thank you for your role.
Thank you. And thank you for your time. And God bless you. Okay? Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So the exchanging pleasantries right there. Thank you for your role. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you too. God bless you. God bless you here and there. No. So you just heard the conversation between President Bouaka and Mr. Allen White. And I go back to the two group of Liberians, Alexa. One group is saying, if Mr. Bouaka knew that he would establish War Crimes Court, he should have said that during the campaign. At least it would have afforded Prince Johnson the opportunity to make a decision befitting his interest. But to wait until Prince finished supporting you after you became president, then you turn around, you are having meeting with Allen White. For some Liberians, they think it is an act of betrayal. They think it is an act of ingratitude, and for them, they are not happy that the president did that to Prince Johnson. For other group of Liberians, they say, look, you know why? This is certainly not anything to blame the president for. The president is a politician. Prince Johnson is a politician. The president chose to play Prince Johnson off. You know, more to that, there are people who are saying President Bouaka is an unforgiving person. An unforgiving individual is somebody who can forgive you easily. When you do something to that person today, you take it as a loan. 10, 15 years, 50 years, whatever time, that person will pay back to you in double coins. So individuals are of the opinion, and these are people's opinion we're trying to analyze here. For some of them, they say, before May of 2023, they said, Senator Johnson said too many bad things about Mr. Bouaka. And so some other things he said to Mr. Bouaka are still things that are hurting Mr. Bouaka deep down, hurting President Bouaka in your heart. Some of the things Senator Johnson said, and we'll play you some of the things he said. So other people are saying the reason why Omen Bouaka is closing his eyes on all the things and he said, I will open the court, is because he want to punish Senator Johnson for referring to him in some demeaning manner some months to the elections. And so because of those things that Senator Johnson used to say about Mr. Bouaka, that's why Mr. Bouaka choose to open the court so everybody can cry their own cry. Because when you go check out the paper, say, even after my 6 years, I will be too tired. I will not even be president. So President like support me like Benny. So there are folks who are of the opinion that some of the things Senator Johnson may have said about Mr. Bouaka in the public. And some of those things were said right here on the radio station when Senator Johnson granted an interview with Abraham Gosling-Williams of our staff. Listen to this interview.
People will use electronic and print media. They use everything to promulgate dirty propaganda. So they take advantage of that and they spread their own dirty propaganda to outpower us, to outsmart us, to gather us around the world. So investors cannot come here because you want to come. They'll be afraid. That's their intention, not to allow investors to come. So they do all kinds of things to destroy this government image. That's what I know. Because this government cannot involve itself in killing people and killing people. President George Weah.
Okay, so Alexa, this was the time where Senator Johnson was supporting the George Weah's administration. Now people are saying when he was supporting President Weah, he said some bad things about Senator Johnson. And everyone asked him, he said, but the people who fought in Georgia, Mr. Senator, some of the people, the former vice president, part of them. What do you have to say? I want you to listen. I want you to listen. I want you to listen to it.
Man's tax in the presidency. What do you make of that?
Two things I want to say. And killing people, President George Weah, when he became president, he opened a church.
In more recent time, and just over the weekend, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai made a statement that people shouldn't take men's job and give it to boys. He's a boy taking over a man's tax in the presidency. What do you make of that?
Two things I want to say. That statement doesn't go well with me. If Mr. Weah is a boy, then I think he's a good boy. Because Joseph Boakai, former vice president Boakai, dropped in his heart, he collapsed, almost died. It is that boy, because George Weah, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery and made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it in a medical center where he was flown to.
So I mean, this was the period where Senator Johnson was describing then Kennedy Joe Boakai. You understand it? So there was a time where he was saying all of the things to current President Boakai. You're talking about the Boakai guy had trouble. You know, he got a pacemaker. He living with battery this and that. So the folks are saying those things Senator Johnson was saying to Mr. Boakai are things that Mr. Boakai did not like. Are things that Mr. Boakai still today, up to today's meeting, he still got those things in his heart. He got it in his heart as whatever. In the Southeast, they say, I put it in my left knee. They say, when I put it in my knee, and me, the person put it in the knee, once the person say, I put it in my knee, they're not going to forget about it. You can kill them, they're not going to forget it. Even when they're about to die, they will die with it. So the guys are saying that thing hurt Mr. Boakai so much to the extent that he's not even willing to forgive that. But he had to pretend during the campaign because he needed the votes from Nima County. And so now that he got the perfect opportunity to strike back, the guys are of the opinion. I mean, these are people's opinion now. They're of the opinion that this is exactly the clap back time for Mr. Boakai. This is about time Mr. Boakai paid Senator Johnson in his own current. Listen to Senator Johnson when he used to be dealing with Mr. Boakai.
Boy, because Joseph Boakai, former vice president Boakai, dropped in his heart, he collapsed, almost died. It is that boy, because George Weah, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery and made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it in a medical center where he was flown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery.
You hearing it, Alexa? I mean, you hearing how the senator used to be describing President Boakai? You hearing it? I mean, let me take it back. Let me take it back for some minutes. Listen to it.
Who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery and made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it in a medical center where he was flown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural eye, compare the two. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country.
Did you listen to the last line? Such a man cannot even become president in this country. So the man became president, and the man said, okay. So the man told me all the kind of bad things before. Such a man cannot. Now that I'm president, I'm opening the court. I'm opening the war crimes court. You are cussing me because you're with Joey. You're cussing me because you and Joey are friends. You know, the only reason why I was pretending to say I love you because I needed your vote for Nima. And I got the vote for Nima. I became president. See, we are making people say, oh, such a person cannot be president. I batted Toto. I didn't want. I will talk to Alan Ware and we'll bring the court to the country.
He said, so maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He said, so maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and you let him. Maybe you call George Weah boy because of the age, because Joseph Boakai is over 70 and this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy, in the sense of immaturity, no. Joshua is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka on the ground where he collapsed to fly here, bro, for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's what made him to live today. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew here out of the country for open heart surgery that make him to live today. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers.
Okay. All right. So yeah, and the guys who told me that, the guy said the part of it that can hurt the papa is the part that Prince Johnson referred to him as one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. When you read the Holy Bible, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, went to one town. I'm not too familiar with the book, and healed 10 persons of leprosy. Leprosy that the thing where you can eat your finger, eat your toes. I'm very sorry. But I mean, that's the sickness I'm trying to describe, so people will know it. So Jesus healed all 10 of them. He told them, he said, "Go, you are healed." So the 9 men ran. The child said, "Oh, better." They got time. One of them came by and said, "Master, thank you for healing me. I wouldn't have been healed today had you not come my way. I'm very grateful." I had Jesus say, "Go, my son. Your faith has made you, whole." I mean, the pastor don't correct it, and I'm not too much deeply involved with the scriptures. But the 9 that left were so ungrateful to the fact that you met somebody, strange person, and the person just heal your sickness, and you just run away. Not the 9 of them could not come back to Jesus and say, "Jesus, Master, Son of David, thank you for saving me." So Prince Johnson equated President Boyka's attitude to George Weah as being equivalent to one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. One man close to Mr. Joe Boyka told me that this is one of the statements the Papa had to hear to the letter, but he pretended that all was well because he needed the votes from Kample, Butuo, Buyao, and all of the different places in Nima County. Listen to it. Listen to it more.
I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew here out of the country for open heart surgery that make him to live today. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have emailed you, but he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy. Then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and elect you because any minute you could collapse. He know you, but he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy. Then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and elect you because any minute you could collapse. But then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and elect you because any minute you could collapse. But you already say you want to be president and we know the record. You're on the town bomb on the borderline.
You hearing it, Alexa? So those were the things Senator Johnson told Mr. Boyka before the elections. The guys are saying the Papa heard those things and the Papa felt so bad that a man who will refer to himself as an evangelist of Christ Chapel of Faith Church was said on the radio at an interview with Abraham Gosling Williams on Freedom FM. And not different FM, on Freedom FM. This interview was done right here on Freedom FM. Senator Prince Johnson called on AB show and had this interview. And had these things to say about me, especially the last part of the interview. The guy told me the last part of the interview is one thing that Mr. Boyka not let her hear at all.
But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have emailed you, but he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy. Then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and elect you because any minute you could collapse.
I cannot look at the battery man and elect you because any minute you can collapse. They made her you said these things to him. So at the end of the day, when you came to bring your support, the man said, okay, hey, you're with Joey, you're costing me, but because you and Joey for a partner, because you want we are gonna give you 10 million, 5 million to carry and go do the revenue. We are saying he get that money for you. You coming to me, no problem. I vote I want. I ain't got time. See, you cost me, I don't hear the cost. See, you tell me say I get battery, ain't I get collab, I don't hear it. But after election, I know what thing Ali and where myself do. And let's say, you remember what kind of movement when you're small? When somebody treat you something, you give me all the movement when you're small.
So my mom, I record it. I will not get you.
So I mean, one of your friends hear you correctly. You just look at it, hurting you, but you can't disclose your plans. Hey, they want. By the time about Madonna, I'm talking. I saw my mom about Madonna. I will mean too. So now when your friend me you that I hear you, tears saying about. But you just gotta manage because your turn reach there. So President Baga say, you know what, baby? I'm not bad. Yeah, me, I'm not bad. Let him bring a Nima vote. Nima get vote more than Chinese people. I didn't want the Chinese people in the country. They can just be anywhere where people say go there. Yeah. So in kind of me here, we have me power. In kind of me, no issue. Yeah, good. So right after you brought the whole Nima vote, you dump the Chinese vote. But we are the power. We are go. We are gone. President say correct. Who you? Ain't get me wrong. Yeah, well, like when you even your parent, then you cause a friend. Your friend ain't want to be you got your parent there. So by the time you and your friend meet in some kind of secret corner, your friend can say, you, ain't I catch you? Ain't you causing me? Ain't I catch you? So let's see, the time president even a power, President we are, the President we are in power, right? Yeah, President we was in power. The president was supporting President we are. See how your cousin Bwaga, listen to it.
He know you, but he did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy? Then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and elect you. Because any minute you could collapse. But you already say you want to be president and you know your record. You're on the town bomb, on the borderline.
Okay. So that the time begin was writing for a par, causing a friend. When your partner, when you to your you can be adding rule. You're not all extreme because anybody won't tell you your power can't. So you feel that if I won't do anything, Joey, I'll say, hey, I'm the president, man. Come on, So your parent to the hall and your pa go. Your parent there, nobody to the hall, your friend can say, and you're causing me. Whatever your partner here now coming for. So Mr. Baga is saying, PYJ, and you were causing me. Forget what you supporting me. He told it now. I already I'm too sure what I will contest again. After the says the thing what I will do for the people like I do it. I will call it a day. I won't be president again. That you were causing me that time for me to catch you. Anywhere, where are you anywhere?
Just as a duty. I see it as a concern for a country that you have interest in and you pursue that. And we believe your concerns are genuine. And so we've opened the door for us to work together. That's why we called you.
Well, Mr. President, I can't tell you how many people worldwide, when they read your speech and you talked about having an office of the War Crimes and Economic Crime Court to facilitate the creation of this tribunal, international tribunal here in Liberia to bring the justice to the people. I heard it from the U.S. My phone blew up, as you can imagine. People said I could not believe, and they were so ecstatic and elated. And since I've been here, I've heard the same thing. So I wanted to thank you again and give you full assurances that we will do everything we can to help you bring justice for the victims of those 250,000 people that were killed during the two civil wars that happened.
Well, Alan, in every country, and especially a country that boasts of independence, 176 years, and you know very well that it is because of the impunity, the disrespect and disregard for justice that have created all the upheavals in this country. And we believe we have to lay this to rest. Let all the facts be known, that people who think that they are innocent prove.
People who think that they are innocent, Mr. Baga, they probably not pay their, I want to cost no person. People who think they are innocent, listen.
People who think that they are innocent prove their case, so that we can lay this to rest, so that this country can move forward. Think that the innocent regard for justice that have created all the upheavals in this country. And we believe we have to lay this to rest. Let all the facts be known. Let people who think that they are innocent prove their case, so that we can lay this to rest.
Okay. So Prince Johnson say, let's have Mr. Barker say, all the cussing you cussing me, because you're part of you're in power, no problem. Tango Reach, my Tango Reach one day. One day I'll catch you. one day I will catch you. Now, Senator Johnson, you in your criticism of President Bouaka months ago, you made it clear that President Bouaka was an ingrate. He was ungrateful. I beg to differ, sir. In as much as President Bouaka has supported the Joe Weah step down campaign and other issues, you know, while Weah was the one who's saying hospital and other issues, this is blah, blah, blah. But I think it is now a fair thing for you to call Mr. Bouaka ungrateful without referring to yourself as an ingrate too. You are.
You're also one of the many.
Look, George Weah was insulted in this country, not because he fought war. The people caused George Weah in the town because he was not exerting a lot of effort to have the War Crimes Code established. I think apparently one of the reasons, it may not be the major reason, but I think because he felt that you did so much for him in 2017 during the elections in Nimba, and as the president, as your son, he just thought that it would not be too good, you know, even though when I remember when I have the call, I didn't have it, but while I'm president, especially when it was the man's support in Nimba that helped me become president, I'm not too sure I want to set up a code where my own Papa Prince Johnson, who came into the Nimba people, the Bui and Doru people, the Mandingo, Kran and Nimba and Gio people, I'm not too sure I want to turn over such a Papa. The man who took me to TB Joshua in Nigeria, I'm not too sure I want to be the one to set up War Crimes Code. So all the way, Maria Savage and Martin Colley then Fubi Henry were talking bad with Joe Weah. Joe Weah did not mind. He said, no, you know what? I mean, when y'all want it, y'all go to the legislature. When the legislature say, hell, then we'll decide. But for me, our president, we had to say, like, well, no. We went to Ghana, we did. So the president managed to, President, we had managed to do bako with the whole law and turn around with all the way and do it just to please you, Prince Johnson. There was some insults that President we are talking in this country for War Crimes Code that he shouldn't have taken. Come on, $5 million, Bennett. Joe Weah said, my man, the whole money, we shouldn't give you the money in your hand. You and Sonny, other representatives go share it. I prefer I take the money, we put it on the road between Sunny Kwele to Yegepa Road. Let build the road. I prefer the way I already started the road from Ghana to Sacré-Pierre. Let's put the additional money, you know, in the road from Sacré-Pierre to Tapeta because I already got contract there. Let's put that money in the contract so the contract will go faster than for me to get you the raw cash. Because we're going to 2023, someone just take a whole 5 million, 3 million and put it in your hand. I prefer to use that money and do most of the project I'm doing in Nima. Please, Papa, for going heaven's sake, let's use the money on the people instead of giving it to you. Boo, you got vexed. You got vexed. You start causing Joe Weah again. Oh, well, Joe Weah there, Joe Weah that. Bloop. You told Jeremiah Cohen. Bloop. I went. Blah, Joe Bouaka. Bouaka, where you just from cussing? Bouaka, where you just cussing, you know, in less than 2 months. Bloop. You told Jeremiah Cohen. He said, Cohen, let go. And we are not going to give me 5 million. You won't give me money. Let go. That Ganta Sacré-Pierre road with E. That Ganta Sunny Kwele road. Ganta Locatua Border road with E. And you went to Mr. Bouaka. Today, you are having it. Now, Mr. Johnson, let me let you know. You lobby with Mr. Bouaka to have Councillor Kopakra sent to the Ministry of Justice. Councillor Kopakra was later on, you know, silently rejected. It didn't work out because you know why? Mr. Bouaka said, it's not happening, man. Come on. No. He ain't doing it. He ain't doing it because you know what? The Minister of Justice is an integral part of the system. To have the War Crimes Code established, the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia will be a major actor in that decision. Say, man, look, say, Council Cooper Prince, man, or Minister of Justice, when they quote time reaching, Yeah, when the court time reaching, because the crowd will want to owe allegiance and loyalty to Senator Johnson, and you will not want to test some instruction. So let's step on the smoking away. Yeah, rapping, pine behind the door, saying Ministry of Labor. Yeah, rapping, pine behind the door, saying Ministry of Labor. And you understand, you're not seeing it. Everything will tell you. Yeah, one Nigerian comedian said, Bible no go tell you everything. Unless we got to talk anything here. Let's go.
I'm not going to say too much because I guess everything is it's been explained 100%.
Nothing more.
But it is clear that people are divided over this news. People are having different views.
I don't know how the people in Nimba are receiving this news.
There are also reports that supporters and well-wishers of Prince Johnson are not really happy with this news because you know exactly when you have someone you look up to. But I think one of the things that we have talked about here is the fact that we definitely want people to account for the crimes they've committed, especially when we had a lot of people who experienced the Civil War, and some of them are victims. Some of them lost, their loved ones, their mothers, fathers, friends. So over and over and over again, you would definitely want people to account for the wrongs, they did in the past. However, it is unfortunate that we were unable to find, the different audios, but I'm sure we're going to play that by next week.
Oh yeah,
where you had even Mr. Boakai, because they talked
about the audio.
I think that was the to court debate or something. I don't know. I think that they had different views, and all of them actually supported, the Palawa Hut method, where you're talking about reconciliation. You're talking about, having a roundtable discussion to talk about the different things. So a lot of people are saying, I think Prince Johnson was cornered. Because when you act like you're way more smart every single time, right? And then you're putting in something like you're a gamer though. But then when a gamer is being played, it says a lot. And at the end of the day, you don't know exactly some of the strategies that were used. You don't know exactly how did you actually get to a point that you are. So this is exactly it. His supporters are not happy about it.
They're not.
And someone says Sunday is going to be an interesting sermon because we don't know exactly what will be preached.
In Senator Johnson Church?
Yes,
I don't know.
Someone said it's going to be interesting. Maybe there will be some sort of a sermon that will be preached, and we don't know exactly how it will be. But I'm sure we'll get an update maybe tomorrow, because it is usually a Saturday where you have to get a glance at what will be preached on Sunday. But I think the bottom line is people are saying Mr. Boakai is still being a person who is holding grudge, and he did not actually go into an arrangement with Prince Johnson based on the fact that this is about Liberia.
Do you think how Mr. Boakai informed Prince Johnson that when I become president I'll set a war crime code? Do you think PYJ would have supported him?
Of course not. I'm not really sure.
Oh yeah,
because a lot of people usually ask why, whenever we talk about war crimes court, the first person who appears is Mr. Johnson. It is actually clear because over and over and over again, Oliver, he has always been at the center of this.
Oh, yeah.
And he has always been someone who is way more defensive when we talk about the war crimes court or the establishment of the war crimes court.
Sure.
So I'm really sure that if this had been said during the campaign or the elections, Mr. Prince Johnson may not have supported President Boakai now.
Sure.
I'm sure, because according to him, he was living from somewhere that he was not sheltered or he was not shielded, and then shielded rather, and then he got to another place that he thought that was a space to be sheltered. Now it is not actually. It is like you're blowing someone's cover. Like I've come to you for refuge. I've come to you, for care. But then you're giving me, to someone else, and that person is going to destroy me if we're going to say it that way. But the people say President Boakai, Jet Prince Johnson say, okay, you can say how you can call it cowboy friendship, right?
Yeah, cowboy friendship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you usually give this analogy where we're not really speaking. We're not on good terms. But then rain is falling, and then you have an umbrella. That's just a single umbrella. So definitely, I don't want to get wet. You don't want to get wet.
So we'll manage on that thing.
Exist.
Yeah.
And we'll manage that just for the time. It doesn't mean we're friends. It doesn't mean I'm your ally.
So in simple terms, Prince Johnson was angry with we for not giving him money. At the same time, Joe Boakai needed to vote for Nimba. So although the two of them were not friends, but because they needed some kind of shelter, that's how they were operated.
That was it. I guess there was some sort of an expectation though. And someone is also saying because all of these things we're saying, they're basically from people's views out there.
Oh, yeah.
Someone also said, Oliver, one of the reasons why this is happening at about this point, or there are talks surrounding the establishment of War Crimes Court, is the fact that Prince Johnson made several statements during the elections. And one of the things he said was, Nima will take over or the paper owner this
I couldn't be doing the job.
Yeah, so someone is saying President Boakai thought that was a plot against him, and you were going to have a huge force from Nimba County to take over the presidency. So that's also what someone said, and maybe the president thought Prince Johnson had a plot, or maybe they had some sort of intention to do something else. That's also one of the statements or the things people are saying. So it is like really all over the place, and people don't know exactly what will happen. People don't know if
people don't even know what to think at the moment. Yeah,
people don't know if Prince Johnson is going to react, if he's going to respond, if it is going to be at his church, if it is going to be a press conference or something. People don't actually know, how he's going to respond to it. But I think this is really dramatic. But at the end of the day, we definitely need people to pay for their crimes. And we've said here over and over again, even last year, some years back, that we do support, the establishment of War Crimes Court, but we had several factors that, were basically at the front. We were discussing the establishment of War Crimes Court. But, when you tell somebody, say like, let's say somebody finish doing something to you some kind of way. You've broken a plate or something at your house, and then someone has seen you, and that is a person you have been telling somebody, oh, that person is destructive, that person can spoil it over and over again. But now it is your turn though. You're in the position. That person said, okay, so anytime something spoil, you can say like me, or anytime they won't happen, you can say like me.
Okay.
I don't want in the spotlight. Nah, I will keep everything, and then when it is your moment, I will be the one to actually expose you. So I think that's what Mr. Boakai was doing. He was being cool. He was being, tolerating. At the end of the day, that of course we have to do this together. This is about Liberia, and at the end of the day, Liberia, you see.
Okay.
So we don't know what think may happen.
So that's exactly what it is. Again, before we go to the lines, we want to call on our people. The Liberia National Police should do everything possible so that we can have a report from the situation in Cape Mount. Just last night, I got this terrible video. Listen to it. It's very sad. It's very, very pathetic. Okay, all right. So the sound you're hearing right there, the sound you're hearing, obviously is another dead body that they were transferring from the fields to another hospital in the King George area. This is so devastating. I think the government should launch a full-scale investigation into the situation. Liberian citizens should not be killed like that. It is terrible. Look at that kind of thing. Okay, all right. So those of you who are asking for me to show it, I guess you already saw the video right now. You already saw the video. So that's what it is. It's on our page. It's on Freedom Radio Liberia's page. You can go and find it there. We'll upload more of the videos. It's terrible. The people of Cape Mount are Liberians. They deserve protection by this government. No matter the situation, there is a need that the government exercise the maximum level of restraint in dealing with these kind of issues. You are dealing with Liberian citizens who have issues with foreigners. The way you cramp down on Liberian citizens, I mean, it's not a decent thing. But again, that's the conversation. Crime Support Liberia is our official sponsor right here on 87.9. Ahmed Sam Sion is the next senator of Montserrat County in the 2029 senatorial elections. Let's take this quick break. When we come back, we take your calls.
Get peace for them before Crown Star for Liberia. From the center to interior, Crown Star keeping us safe. Let's stop it.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-Omen, Omen Sam Sion.
Okay, so you heard the War Crimes Court debate. Mr. President, President Mbaka was in conversation with Alan White for the establishment of the court. You also heard the latest video from from Grand Cayman County. It was so scary. I mean, very, very, very scary. Those of you who watched it, you will hear, the lady shouting, "Oh, they shoot him!" Oh, and the guys were running with the guy to take him to the hospital. Okay, so you seen it? Yeah, they were running to the hospital, running with the guy to the hospital.
Your people.
My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta whip us some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that push the people and do and not unique it to see us. They think we saw it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you lie? There's tendencies to be. See, we just tell you. When you screw us, Why? The government should lie. Why? But I don't watch what we No one to trust. My people don't want to go on. My God, that I have them go on. So where are the schools? Where are they? Your people. Where are they roads? Where are they done at the center? They're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. You see the reason why when the government betrays, they have enough of time, but they can't get the people suffer. No one for people crying. Your vision and your mission, your intention, the
And just as a responsive, we are caring about it. So, honorable, you got to eat a bean. Yes, you already got to eat a bean. Another body again. Another dead body again. Like the King George. This man has already passed away. Eat a bean, yes. You already got to eat a bean. Another body again. Just for us, yes, we see. We are caring about it. So, Honorable, you got to eat a bean. Yes, you already got to eat a bean. Another body again. Another dead body again. At the King George. This man has got a class.
These are Liberians who should be living. These are people who have their brighter future. These are people who have plans for their families. They cannot be dying at the discretion of their government. This is unfair. This is irresponsible. This should not be happening in the country. This is not the rescue mission that was promised the Liberian people. If this is what was promised then I think they are all victims of 419. This is it. Join the conversation on 87.9. My name is KOK. Alexa is also here. 86 500 104 776 104 104 are the conversations. Join us. Let's have your input on the conversations right here on 87.9. Let's go to the lines and take the first caller on line one. What is your name? Where do you join us from? Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening, KOK, and good evening, Alexa.
Good evening, my brother. Let's ration the time quickly.
My name is Alaska, and to which one the conversation from India this evening.
India, go ahead, Alaska.
Yeah, thank you for the conversation. I think the situation in Kenya, we should condemn it. Is disheartening.
Oh my God, it is disheartening. It is very, very disheartening. We'll leave you right there. Let's take this other one. Go ahead. 1 minute. We are great, my dear brother.
Yeah, I condemn first of all the action of the Liberian National Police.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened down there? It was just like Baraba and Jesus. They put Baraba who did all our wickedness, and then they choosing over Jesus is what happened in Liberia. But anyway, this too is Liberia, and also looking at the World Crime Code. When you are to read it, if you want all, you lose all. Lebron Johnson. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. In the thoughts.
Yeah, can you imagine the African women talking about with their husband where private security work, private security work job?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was enjoying us.
Okay. Thank you.
They were talking so I can investigate that man fully well and before guilty feeding full weight of the law.
Thank you. We'll leave you right there. We take this other person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Good evening, KOK, and good evening, Alexa.
Good evening, Goss. Go ahead, Goss.
Thank you so much for the recognition. What happened here is that Senator Evangelist Johnson is being paid in his own coins. I remember some time back, he said on public radio that his love was not a Bible. So, in the same vein, he's being paid. President Bouaga mob is not Bible. If President Bouaga ever promised him not to bring the war crimes code here, he's a human being and he can renege on his promises. So, Senator Johnson shouldn't have any problem with it.
So he says Senator Johnson should be on his own.
Yeah, he owe.
Okay. What about the situation from Cape Mount? I mean, that video was so terrible.
No, okay, I'm doing something, but I'm listening to the audio. And I know from all indications, the situation in Cape Mount is not fine for our people there. I think what is being meted up against them is inhumane, and the government needs to step in and have that situation remedied and addressed. Or else something bad could happen over there, and it could be something that we are getting anticipate.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Goss. Thank you, Goss Help. We leave you right there, Goss Help. Let's take this other person. No time, my brother. Go ahead, quickly.
Thank you, Khan. USA, Alexa, William.
Go ahead, Williams.
Our friend John is an ingrate, and the same way as Julian Bouaga. So, friendship that you guys say all the time. And anyway, you are forgetting. You told Prince Johnson that the pool you found today, tomorrow it can turn around. You will regret it. Even because we are selling. But for all we call all of the time, they show it. When we see this, we go, oh, we say the thing that been saying 2 years ago until now.
Okay.
So that's what happened to Prince Johnson. You know why it's good. So that's it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. William W. Wulu, we leave you. William Wulu, let's take this question. Go ahead, 1 minute. Hello, let's leave you and take this other person. Oh my God, we missed out on that caller. Let's take this one. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Let's hear you, sir. What's your name? Quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me say good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you guys.
Good evening. What is your name?
Yeah, I'm Wisdom. My name is Wisdom. I'm Bozy. I joined you from District 17 this evening.
Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you.
Yes. I thank you for the show, actually. But you know, I got a quotation. Let me just make this quick quotation by Winston Churchill, a British statesman and author, one prime minister. You can search him from 1940 to 1945 and 1951 to 1955. One said, politics, he said, and I quote, politics is almost as exciting as war and quite as dangerous as in war. You can only be killed once, but in politics many times. You know, that is to say, in war you can be killed once, but politics many times. So I think they come to the conclusion of Prince Johnson, just there right now, he probably actually uses wisdom on him.
Okay.
So I think that's what he said. But one thing you make clear is that, if you're innocent, if you're guilty, you gotta prove yourself. So, it's glaring onto the fact that, if you think he's not found guilty, he can go and clear himself.
Okay. Thank you very much from District 17. We leave you right there. If PYJ is not guilty, let him go clear his side. This person, what is the name? Where you join us from?
Yeah. Okay. This is Elijah Mali. Refer to me call president. We are the sample.
Go ahead, Mali.
My concern here having to do with the war crime issue. We know very well that Boka is not baby. Boka not baby. Yeah. So Prince Johnson, the first killer you are doing, now Boka is ready for him. You see, you do me, I do you. You see, Prince Johnson said was not ready to do the country. Now the right man is in the place. Yeah. Okay, about the issue in Grand Cape, they record during the campaign period. What happened in Lufa? And right after Boka won the election, the poor celebrating the party haircut. Cow ran through the people, they killed a lot of people to that place. Today, nobody know where the case is. He didn't really. What happened is in the absence of Boka, he's in it. But we told the Liberian people this country will be risky for us if you're bringing old men. But now they see what happened. Okay, now I got to say thank you very much for the Liberian people.
We leave you right there. Let's take this other one. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you. Hello. Oh my God, we lost that caller. It is very, 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 very what it call. We take this person. Go ahead, 1 minute.
Good evening, okay.
Good evening, my brother. Quickly, no time.
This is Robert McQueen calling from 17th Street, Banbury Avenue. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Good evening to my dear sister, for long. I want to say thanks to Omen Sensei and also thanks to you guys for the wonderful job that are doing for the Liberian people. If you plant Granby, you will not harvest pepper. You will harvest Granby. We should know that yesterday, Joseph Boakai is another ungrateful person. Prince Johnson is also another ungrateful person. So for me, what the Bible is saying, because a lot of people, those people kill here. So bringing the perpetrator to book, it is very, very necessary because people are still making regular statements around here. So if the Bible having to bring the work uncle, for me, it will be, I will be hearing 100%, but that doesn't mean I'm liking. Okay. So I will really hearing him, but for the good work he will be doing for the Liberian people. But let us say something here, too. Prince Johnson said a lot of ugly things about President Weah. Even the development said that not President Weah that took development to Lima County. So you also ungrateful, then Joseph Boakai also ungrateful. Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. We take this other person. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Let's hear you. What's your name? Where you joining us from?
Yes, okay. This is Aliyu Masali from Maryland, USA.
From the US, Ali, you go ahead, my brother.
Thank you. The issue with the War Crime Code of Joseph Boakai, they had to turn Prince Johnson over because Joseph Boakai supported Prince Johnson. Okay. Prince Johnson supported Joseph Boakai thinking that he was going to be saved. When he was with President Weah, we never heard about War Crime Code because President Weah, he can run Liberia without America, but Joseph Boakai can run Liberia without America, so he then had to turn him over. So that's the smart the papi play. The issue with King John, you see, when I was in Liberia, we protested in King John for so many times because I worked there. We the one build the place site. We protested in King John so many times for the removal of Deba Island, which is the greatest problem for the suffering that going on in King John today. Nobody died in King John. During President Weah time, people protested in King John more than 4-5 times. One day nobody died. But today, during Boakai administration, just for people to protest, they are killing people. This is the result of having an irresponsible government. My condolences to the people of Great Cayman County. God bless Liberia. God bless America.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We take this other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Hello? Hello? Go ahead. Oh no, your line is coming in cracking. Let's take this other person on the line. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. Where you join us from?
Okay, how you guys doing? This Medicine from New Jersey.
Medicine Yadolo from New Jersey. Your Nimba uncle is about to go to War Crimes Court because the president is having a meeting with Allen White to have it established.
I've been saying it on my Facebook Live. I'm one of those who from the beginning have been defending that guy. That what they're trying to do to him is a selected justice. Because when the war in Rwanda finished, United Nations Bike War Crime Code was set up on Rwanda. Same thing happened in Sierra Leone. UN Bike War Crime Code set up on Sierra Leone. But the international community, including the United States, failed to do that for Liberia. But again, the United States is a big power in the world. You cannot question them. Whatever that they want to do, they can do it to any third world country and nothing comes from inside. Prince Johnson has been sitting now on time bomb. The fact that they put one in, they will get it. And I said it in my live video. I said, the day they get it, I will call out from work. If it doesn't fall on my working day, I will call out from work, buy my liquor, drink, and celebrate.
Why? Like your kinsman.
The people of Nima County have to freely decide who is the right choice for Liberia, who is the right choice for the country based on tangibles. Somebody does not have to sit down on them and squeeze them and put their vote in one basket for somebody because of their financial and political benefit. The international community know, including the United States, they know that Prince Johnson is using Nima County vote for financial benefits, starting from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, second term election in 2011. He did it from 2011. He took millions of dollars that led to his first party. The first party he had, that was broke it down. That was the very Jeremiah Kun. They had a convention in Buchanan, and Jeremiah Kun presided over the convention, and they expelled Prince Johnson from his own party. And the party broke down. MDR is Prince Johnson's second party that he organized for the purpose of 2017 election. And every election, he had to market the people of Nima County. Every election, Prince Johnson had to make sure who should be senator in Nima County. Anybody Prince Johnson left their hand up for senator or representative in Nima County, that person wins. The people of Nima County need to be free from this guy. He had to go to War Crime Court.
Okay.
He had to go to War Crime Court.
Joseph
Boakai is doing the right thing to him because he deserves it.
He deserves it. You don't think that's ingratitude? I mean, at least there's somebody who supported you during the election now.
Oh, it's up to Joseph Boakai. Whatever need we get for Joseph Boakai, what IJT we get for him, it's up to him.
Okay.
But Joseph Boakai is doing good thing to Prince Johnson. He doesn't deserve good. When you are greedy and wicked and you don't deserve good, that's what you get. The dishonesty, the ungratefulness he did to President, we are the outcome that they pay by. You will get it and you will go through it.
We leave you right there. We leave you. Let's take this other person from the US. You're from the United States. Where in the US you join us from?
I'm calling you from Canada.
Okay.
Toronto.
Okay, from Canada. Okay, you got an American number. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
KOK, to be honest, the war crime code, the army is not good. It's not going to change anything for the Liberian. We have to be, we have to focus for the Liberian people. We need to do a piece of job for the nation. The war crime code, I mean, the army is bad. This guy then trying to draw our attention on the war crime code. The chopper will be flew from neighboring country, going to get our.
Oh my God! From Canada, I'm not too sure that credit business. I think the network had a problem. Let's take this question. We take just 2 more, then we go home. Only 2 more. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, good evening, Fedekan.
Good evening, Isaac Woozin. Go ahead quickly. No time, my brother.
Yeah, Fedekan, for the public, this is Isaac Woozin, Professor B. son of KOK, and I joined the call this afternoon from lecture district number 14.
Go ahead.
Fedekan, there is a saying I say, it's good to be with the devil, you know, and the angel you haven't seen before. So, and the senator was with his devil for him to dance with his devil. He went to the angel he said was going to take him to heaven. Yesterday, today, the president is discussing with IUI to bring war crime code. But always, the senator have always said he is not the only one who committed crime in his country. So he said this to Senator. And that was the long that when we talk about war crime code, always taking to be the one. So like what the president said, let him go and clarify. And we all know in this country when they call you to go clarify, the police station guys don't come back when it comes to the issue of clarify. So let the senator go and clarify. For the issue of the incident that took place in Kima, I don't think that is having our country. I understand people who claim that they have come to rescue us. We will not condone that for them. We saw in this country when people protested, President we are giving them food, President we are giving them water to drink, and their kids were accepted in this country. So I think the rescue mission has to do that to us.
Okay, we leave you right there. We'll take Lady Yaka. Lady Yaka, go ahead quickly. We will take Ma Helena right after you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Let me say hi to Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
No, my brother, call so I know America telling you that when I want war crime, let you go tell Bwaka I want you know Bwaka now you win election yet. Let you call Bwaka and tell Bwaka say when I want a wrong crime. But person we are defending the men say no, they cannot go for our country now because just from war, we need to focus on our country to give them Liberia. And today the men went to war and say, oh, the men are good. Whatever he said to you, and you were playing the role, doing the one, do that one, he lied to the public, he lied to you. The man is a criminal. He wants to Bwaka after insulting Bwaka. You think Bwaka can forgive? No, that man open that document on spoon top. Now that document and open that man can't forgive the child and the more born in the mother womb. What happened between the father and Bwaka? He the man brought document also was not telling. They thought it was joking. That man can't forgive. So this is not Bwaka because he wanted to get vote from Niba County. And not put people ahead in the pocket. They're clear. They see maternity. Today, it's hurting. If what you can be, we take them both them and I yet to see my phone for them because I fought for them, but okay, I have to go and I fought for the son. I won't go me. I won't go me, Malaska. When you might go, when you might say, they're rebel. So I won't go and start crying. And so they keep trying, I don't get my people. I want to say sorry to them, but they look for it. And the men voted for.
No.
They said no. They want a demon. So that demon came out to them. Let's take it as a brother lucky. Let's take it like that. What they cry, they will not cry. We are wicked men. They protest the King John. Over when a fire. Nobody ever die for King John. So somebody die for the young government to somebody. No, they don't get it tea and bread. For salt and water. But they said no, he won't go. They have to go now. Why are you crying? You have to go for him again. For me, I'm people, nobody. You make it none of your business. Thank you.
Hey, Yeke. Wow, this little Yeke got issue. We'll take Ma Helena away and call your day on this conversation. I saw her call coming in. Okay, let's take Ma Helena away from St. Paul Bridge. Go ahead, man. Let's hear you.
Yes, okay, Alexa, you heard of my children. Alexa.
She's good. She's great.
You know, these people. You know God. God so loved Joshua until he knew how to do it. That man that God sent, Joshua. Joshua, what did you people not do to Joshua in the country here for Prince Johnson business? What did they not do? But Joshua said, me, and you won't do it, you're doing it. But I, Joshua, I stand for the man because I know what he did for me. Joshua didn't pay back. But Prince Johnson, yeah, there, you say you are turning against Joshua and you turn against Joshua, and that the pay you get today, what you look for that you get. Thank you, your pa.
Okay. We leave you right there. We leave you right there. We're going in search of the last calls. Then we'll go home. We're going in search of the very last ones. Let me see if I can squeeze the last two. Just two I need at the moment. Just two. Let me see what I can squeeze into, beginning with this person. Okay. I mean, you're not calling back. Let's leave you and take this person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Okay.
Let's hear you quickly.
Okay.
How you doing? Let's hear you quickly.
Okay. In the country, animal called Tabadu.
Yeah, Tabadu is Miles.
Okay. So when you lost your dad, you lost your who? Prince Johnson lost who? So you look for it. The one is running behind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pop. Let's leave you right there and go for this person. Go ahead. Hello. Oh my God. I'm coming. Let's leave it right there. I'm coming. Okay. Oh no. We need this last caller. We need this last caller right here. Oh God. Let's take the last person. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Hello,
you're the last person. Go ahead, quickly.
Okay, this is my people. I'm calling from Kio, calling from Front Street.
Go ahead.
Let me say thank you. We're talking Prince. The thing I preach in love, but I ain't get it. Nobody after a topic. And so they came my people. They said Joshua was terrible. They get injured.
No. I mean, we should not tie politics towards it.
It's not a politics.
No, I'm coming to you. Whether these people voted for this person or not, no government under this earth is right to take brutal force to unarmed citizens, irrespective of how the people voted.
Yes.
So I mean,
equally so. These people, they were talked to over and over to tell them who are the good and who are the bad. But they decided to take the one they took. So we didn't get anything. The only thing was just sorry to the bereaved family.
Okay. Thank you.
Let them come in, see about the people. Because you can't tell me the people go and talk for them, right? The people start to do the last thing. Even as far as scaring them.
That's correct.
It's not right.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Rebecca Tio. We take the last person. You're the last. Go ahead. We ain't taking anybody after you. Oh my God. You are the last person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, good afternoon. Oliver Khan and Prince Zakori.
Quickly, no time.
My name is Dariton Carrie Dennis. I do drawing from Pelitan Committee on the Pusher Island District 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me say something. My topic, for me, on the matter, I never supported Baka in anything since I've been following politics. For what they want, I support Baka 100%. Prince Joseph will get account for why you get in the country. Prince Johnson, Paul Nicky, they and all us. They should go with impunity. They put people in the country, they will still vote for them, giving them power. They have to get account for what they did in a bureau.
Okay.
If the back again carry them, we'll stay on the street for 1 month, 2 months to make sure the worker could be found.
Okay.
Thank you all so much.
We leave you right there, my brother. We leave you right there. Somebody said the puppet did not tell that to Prince Johnson. Somebody said the puppet did not tell Prince Johnson that there will be war crimes code when they win the elections. So in their opinion, it was a betrayal. It was a lie. Like Akunje is thinking at the moment.
We tire with the promises that let us to allow us.
Alexa, we gotta go home. We have to go home.
Enjoy the weekend. That's all I can say.
Okay.
The thing we saw, it frustrates us.
Enjoy the weekend is what Alexa is saying to you. So the people are saying Senator Johnson did not see that coming. That one he been tricking Ellen. He been tricking Joey. He attempted to trick Baka. Baka said, no. They want the groom and call it Ekbagbe.
You so why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
They didn't tell Prince Johnson that they would do this to him. I'm thinking, how is Ganta at the moment? I'm contemplating how is Flumpa. What are the people in P and Doru saying? What's going on in Saklepie? What are the people in Tapeta saying? How are the people in Butuo receiving this news?
The people laugh to us.
What is happening in Yekepa?
Government betray us.
How is it in Saninkwele?
No one to.
What is it in Ban?
My people don't want to hope on.
Did I mention B and Doru?
I've been broken. You.
But at the end of the day, Mr. President is Mr. President. He has the right to decide what he wants to do under his leadership, and that's what we will support as Liberians. If the code will come, we support the code. If the code didn't come, we remain on the fence. But until we return on Monday, Tuesday rather, have a wonderful time here on 87.9. My name is Kai. Alexa was here. Bye bye from our end.